Thank you so much to our Patreon sponsors, SNS and Dr. Dread. Hello everyone, my name is AndrewAJT, and today I just want to give a quick update on the question, will I return to Old School RuneScape? Well, the short answer is probably, but not right now. If you're not aware, I've basically been on a hiatus from Old School RuneScape for quite some time now, and I've been playing other games instead. I got a Nintendo Switch in 2021, and I had a very nice year of catching up on some of the great games from that console's library, and there are still many new games that I'm playing as well. For example, I got Pokemon Legends Arceus recently, and I've been having a ton of fun with that game. It's very good. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but aside from the graphics being inexplicably bad for a 2022 game by a major company, the gameplay is incredibly fun. It's not a perfect game, but it is very good and definitely has kind of revitalized my interest in Pokemon games after Brilliant Diamond was pretty disappointing. But so today I just want to briefly go over some of the reasons why I haven't returned to Old School RuneScape yet. Now, with that being said, I did not quit Old School RuneScape. I can still play whenever I want, obviously. I've never been someone who says, oh, I'm quitting or I'm coming back. I'll just play the game whenever I want to. And basically, one of the reasons is I actually have always tended to be a person who plays one game at a time. Most of my gaming will be focused on one game until I get bored of it and move on to another one. Whereas other people tend to play multiple games at once, like not literally in real time, but maybe every few days or every week they're trying out a new game. And there are certainly advantages to gaming in that way because you are getting to experience a wider variety of games. But for me, for example, with the Pokemon game, I'm really enjoying that game, so, I have my own goals in that game to complete the Pokédex, for example. Even with all that being said, I still do play other games while I have a main game that I'm focusing on. Like even this month, I played some Mario 64, I played Mario Kart, I went through my old Game Boy and Game Boy Color collection games and played some of them, and I did some Dagonoth King's trips somewhat recently as well. So that's one reason. Another reason is simply time. I don't have as much time as I used to play Old School RuneScape, and it is a very time-consuming game. Another reason is I just simply have already played so much of Old School RuneScape, and I accomplished a lot of what I wanted to do. I got my Infernal Cape, I got the stats that I care most about to 99. I've done a lot of PKing and had a lot of fun with that. There's not that many exciting goals left in Old School RuneScape for me. With that being said, if I did play again, I would probably have some new goals, such as doing some Theater of Blood and Nex and some of the newer content, so there's definitely some opportunity there. Another issue that prevents me from playing Old School RuneScape is wrist issues. I've had wrist pain occasionally for many years now. The wrist issues really limit how much video games I can play. On many days, even when I want to play video games, I don't because of the wrist issues. But when I do play video games, I tend to just pick whatever game is most fun for me at the time. So I'm not really playing all sorts of games. I'm just picking the game that's most fun and playing that because I know that the limited time I do have to play will be spent having the most fun possible, if that makes sense. Some games that are more click intensive or high actions per minute, I just avoid entirely because it's just not worth it with my wrist situation. And I've learned to manage the wrist issues pretty well over the years with help from doctors and physical therapists, so I can still play a decent amount of video games. It's just something I have to manage, and it's something I have to think about whenever I do want to play video games. The final thing, I don't know how big of a deal it is, but sometimes I see people talking about RuneScape almost as if they are playing it and they don't even want to be playing it. Like they complain that they're, grinding for a quest or a skill and they're not having fun, or they're putting so much time into it, and even when they don't play it, they feel like they should be playing it. They feel bad that they're not playing it, that they're, XP wasting, for lack of a better term. And I just generally feel like this is missing the point of video games. If I'm going to play a video game, I feel like I should be having fun during almost all of the time that I'm playing that game. If you're playing a video game and you're not having fun playing it and you continue playing it, then you're probably missing the point of video games, because they are for entertainment. That's not to say that every single moment of every video game should be a ton of fun. In almost any game, there's going to be moments that are more fun than other moments. But if you're generally putting so much time into RuneScape and you're not even enjoying it, or you're just treating it like a job, then I feel like that's kind of missing the point. And that's not to say that RuneScape or Old School RuneScape can't be fun. Of course, I've had so much fun with the game over the years, and it's one of my most favorite games of all time. But it's okay to take a break from it, especially if you're not having fun with it anymore, and your account will probably be exactly where you left off when you come back. But with all that being said, I could return to Old School RuneScape at any time. I'm certainly more than willing to come back if the game is very fun for me again, and it certainly could be in the future. We'll just have to see. And I do certainly miss the community a lot, my friends in the game and the chat channel and my Discord and the YouTube community. I appreciate you guys all keeping up with the channel. Thank you all so much for watching. That's all my thoughts for today. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and you can turn bell notifications to all so you get notified of when I upload a new video. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram down below, and you can join my chat channel and clan chat in-game, AndrewAJT62. And if you want to support the channel even further, you can check out my Patreon page in the end screen. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next video.